Before we start this song, I wanna give a shout out to the creators who've been making the internet a little brighter and my nights a whole lot lighter. Cinemasins for calling out every plot hole with timing so sharp it feels like a magic trick. Pitch meeting for pointing out the obvious with a smile and reminding us that logic is optional, but comedy never is. And how it should have ended, for rewriting the stories we love with the endings we knew made more sense all along. You didn't know it, but your jokes, your timing, your words helped me breathe again. This song is my thank you for every laugh that found me when I needed it most. And it all started on a night just like this.
I found comfort laughing on a creepy doll night. Chucky on the screen and the jokes hit just right. Cinemasins dropped a line, then cut himself off like a joke boomerang with a razor-sharp cough. Pitch meeting popped in like no one will see this. Then the headline appears, comic timing bliss. These creators cracked open the dark in my mind, left me lighter, laughing, feeling redesigned. Cinemasins with the ding that exposes the flaw, calling out every moment that made me say huh in awe. He'll start a dark joke, then cut it off clean, leaving me laughing at the silence in between. Pitch meeting jumps in with that confident grin, fixing this problem.
Oh, that's barely an inconvenience. He points out the obvious we all try to ignore, and suddenly the plot makes no sense anymore.
How it should have ended, steps in like a friend with a pen, saying hold up,
that's not how this should have been.
Heroes take shortcuts, villains get their due, and somehow the story feels brand new.
Cinemasins counting sins like he's keeping the score, dropping dings on the moments I never noticed before. He'll pause on a frame with that wait, what is this tone?
And suddenly I'm laughing at things I once watched alone. Pitch meeting rolls and with that fast talking pace, stacking plot contradictions with a straight face grace. Super easy, barely an inconvenience, he'll say, and the whole scene collapses in the funniest way. How it should have ended, steps up to rewrite the plan, fixing choices and logic that refuse to land. Heroes take shortcuts, villains rethink their scheme, and suddenly the ending feels like the one from my dream. When the world felt heavy and my light ran thin, I'd slip into those stories just to breathe again. Every joke, every twist, every moment they made pull me out of the shadows where my worries stayed.
I run to the world's living bright on my screen, where heroes sip coffee and villains convene, where plot holes get roasted and logic gets seen, and laughter hits deeper than life in between. If you've never been there, come follow my lead. These corners of YouTube gave me what I need, a spark in the shadows, a breath I could borrow, a laugh strong enough to outshine tomorrow.
Found the superhero cafe on a night I felt low. Batman sipping bitterness soups with that glow. Spider-Man swinging in like he's late to the chat. Incredibles arguing logic, I needed all that.
Villains club on the side with their chaos and flair. Joker stirring trouble like he owns the air. Steeler throwing shade, Freddy cracking a grin. Even monsters felt human when I let them in.
I wasn't just laughing at jokes on a screen, I was learning to breathe in the space in between. They weren't just creators, they were lifelines in disguise, little sparks in the dark that helped me reopen my eyes. And
maybe it sounds simple, but here's the real truth. It gave me back pieces I'd lost in my youth. So this isn't a fan song, it's a thank you I owe for reminding my heart how to get up and glow.
I run to the world's burning bright on my screen, where heroes sip coffee and villains convene, where plot holes get roasted and logic gets seen, and laughter comes louder than life in between. Now I carry those moments wherever I go, little sparks in my pocket that still help me glow. They gave me back joy when my nights felt too hollow, and now I shine brighter than the shadows I follow.
so here's to the laughter that carried me through, to the worlds on my screen that felt honest and true.
Oh, yeah. I just wanna say thank you for bringing me joy in my darkest hour. I just wanna say thank you for bringing me joy in my darkest hours. I just wanna say finally, I wanna thank Daniel LaBelle's YouTube channel. He moved like physics was a rumor, a blur of intention wrapped in humor. He turned the ordinary into a battlefield of grace, outrunning gravity like it owed him space. He launched a trash bag over an entire house, a whole house, and landed clean in a can like the world paused to help him out. I watched that clip with my jaw on the floor, rewinding it just to believe it once more. He reminded me that joy can be kinetic, that healing can be frantic. In the skits with his brothers, the way they sprinted, slid, collided in those wild, impossible physics-breaking scenes, I felt my own weight lift. I just wanna say thank you for bringing me joy in my darkest hours. So the Cinemasins pitch meeting, how it should have ended in Daniel LaBelle. I just wanna say thank you for bringing me joy in my darkest hour.